this episode, for the first time, we're heading to the continent of Africa. More specifically, we're heading to Morocco. Morocco is part of the Maghreb region, which is the western part of the Arab world, located in northwest Africa. Morocco has a coastline along both Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. We'll be staying in the city of Marrakesh, which is the fourth largest in Morocco. It is one of the four imperial cities, which are the four historical capital cities of Morocco. After an hour and a half flight from Seville, we have arrived at Marrakesh airport. From the airport, our driver from the hotel took us into the center of the city. The city center is surrounded by walls, as you can see here. These walls were first built in 1122 and the red sandstone was used, which is where the Marrakesh gets the nickname, the Red City. The old town area is called Medina, and until just over 100 years ago, the whole city lived within these walls. Within the walls are the Jemaa el-Fnaa square. By the day, the square serves as the center of Souk Semmarine, which is a labyrinth of market streets. By night, it turns into a place of gathering for locals, where hundreds of food vendors setting up, and the air filled with sounds of music and chatter. Because we wanted to experience the market in Medina, we decided to stay in the area inside the walls. All vehicles are not permitted to enter Medina, so we had a helper from the hotel that greeted us at that street and carried our luggage and took us to the hotel. The hotel welcomed us with Moroccan mint tea, which is a staple and an important part of daily life for the Moroccan people. We stay at a riad, which literally means garden in Arabic. Riad is a style of architecture where the building has a courtyard with a fountain in the center. It once used to be a mansion that was turned into a guest house, which is a common accommodation in major cities of Morocco. In Morocco, 90% of the population is Islamic, which means the majority of the population is prohibited from drinking alcohol. For today, the hotel concierge showed us a restaurant where many tourists go to have drinks.
What's up guys? ジュソーチャー皆さん調子どうですかということでですね、私は今、モロッコのマラケシュやってまいりました。今日はですね、なんといろいろなレストランにようやく迎えるんじゃないかと。昨日ね、夕方の6時ぐらいに、着いたんですよ、マラケシュの空港に。そこからリヤドの方にやってきたんですね。ホテルじゃなくてリヤドの方ですね。で、今日起きて今から、出かけるというところで、街の中心にはスーク、市場ですね、いろいろあったりとか、名物はですね、なんといってもタジン鍋とかね、モロッコ料理がたくさんあります。ここはビーガン料理とかもね、結構、盛んに、いっぱいありますんで、そういうところも皆さんにお届けできたらなとか、ご紹介できたらなとかって、思っております。で、あとはですね、僕個人的にはですね、すぐ隣がチュニジアなんですけども、そこにあるですね、ハリッサ、唐辛子をですね、すりつぶしたりとかして、パプリカと合わせた調味料なんですけども、これものすごく僕大好きなんですよ。そういうのが、この辺ではもうすごくよく作られて、食べれますんでね、それの楽しみにしたりしてます。ということでですね、モロッコのマラケシュの旅、スタート。
We've arrived at Souk, which is a word in Arabic that describes a shopping center or market. The Souk here is called Souk Semmarine, and it is a labyrinth of market streets. You can literally find everything you need here at the Souk. Although many tourists do visit this area, it still very much remains as a part of life for the local people. Pass through the labyrinth, it opens up to the Jemaa el-Fnaa square. The square was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Center site as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Around the time for dinner, the square was full of smell from delicious foods. Morocco is well known for their cuisines, and none other is more iconic than the tagine. Tagine is the name of the conical-shaped pot, thus tagine isn't a dish but rather a type of cooking method. So there are numerous amounts of recipes in a tagine. Tagines are made from clay, and you can find all sizes, from family size to single person size, within the souk. Also in the market are these juice stands. Their orange juice is very popular due to Morocco being abundant in navel oranges. These oranges are very sweet and require no added sugar to make the juice. This building was once home of famous Pacha or governor of Morocco, Tahim el-Glawi. The building is also a Riyadh architecture and it has been renovated into a restaurant. The restaurant also has a rooftop where you can overlook the square. For dinner, we headed downstairs to the restaurant. This restaurant, which is a very popular restaurant, where you can enjoy authentic Moroccan cuisines. Due to many tourists visiting, this place also has alcohol available. This is Casablanca beer, which is beer brewed here in Morocco. It is a very delicious beer that has a very light, and yet you can taste the depths of the hops. This is a Moroccan salad. In Morocco, salad is a part of everyday meal. It usually consists of tomato, cucumbers, eggplants, paprika, sweet potatoes, and other seasonal vegetables. But depending on the restaurant, the content of the salad becomes different, which is part of the fun. The seasoning is very simple with olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper, and a little bit of cumin. We ordered two different tagine dishes. This one is a chicken with lemon and olives, and this one's kefta with eggs. The tagine's unique shape allows the steam to circulate within the pot, ensuring that all the ingredients are infused with rich, deep flavors. The infusion of flavor from the meat and the vegetable creates one-of-a-kind flavor that can only be experienced in a tagine. We also ordered this vegetable and lamb couscous, which was a recommendation from the waiter. Couscous is another staple of Morocco. It has tiny grains of drum wheat, and when cooked, becomes light and fluffy. It is usually served with vegetables or meat to soak up all the delicious flavors. And this is Ocean's favorite, harissa. Harissa is a chili paste made from paprika, baklati pepper, spices, and herbs. After dinner, we got to see a belly dancing show. And afterwards, headed out the rooftops again. It was nighttime and the square was completely transformed from the daytime. Every night, many food stalls and street performers appear at the square, where tens of thousands of locals and tourists gather. Marrakesh is known as City of Merchants, and at this square, you can see that in full force. The residents here are a mix of various ethnicity, from Berber, Arabs, African, Spanish, Roman, and Greek. The gathering people from different countries, cultures, ethnicity, concentrated in this one square makes you feel the vitality of humanity in this city. It is very easy to understand why this place was inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Center as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Please enjoy the sights and sounds of our experience at the Jemaa el-Fnaa Square at nighttime. But it is one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences where you have to experience it in person. For today, we asked for a tour guide to take us around the city and learn the history of this area. This is our tour guide, and he first took us to the Madrasa bin Youssef Marrakesh, which was built in the 14th century originally as a religious school for Islamic studies. The Madrasa was abandoned in the 18th century and fell into despair, but in the 19th century it was restored and reopened as an Islamic school, still operating as present day. Next, the guide took us to the souk to show us the craftsmanship and artisans of this area. It was refreshing to see items that are mostly mass-produced now still being crafted by hand. Things like shoes, kitchenware, and everyday tools. What really caught our eye was the craft of fabric dyeing. One of the most beautiful things to know about the dyeing process is how it hasn't changed for hundreds of years. From start to finish, the process is still largely manual and organic. The dyes are all from natural sources, like indigo for blue, pomegranate skins for soft yellows, logwood for purple, saffron for vivid yellows, and many more. Next was the spice shop, where we saw a library of all kinds of spices. Just imagine what kind of dishes we can make with all these spices.
Yes, here ladies are going to use for the hair for the skinnies, but don't use for face. This is for face.
For lunch, our guide introduced us to this restaurant. He told us that this is a place where you can enjoy authentic Moroccan cuisines at a reasonable price. We decided on the outdoor seating to take in the scenery of the city. This is this restaurant's version of Moroccan salad, and this was probably the best dish in this trip. Before our flight, we wanted to explore the outside of the old town area. This is a Majorelle garden. The garden was adored by the world-renowned designer Yves Saint Laurent. He adored it so much that in the 1980s he purchased the garden, and he would eventually restore it to the current state.